What do you know? The Raptors actually won a game. They snap their season-long 5-game losing streak, and somehow they go into Chicago and get this win. We are going to talk about everybody. It is Luca back here with another post-game video. Do me a solid, hit a like on the video, and also please subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content just like this. We're almost at 1K subs over here at the Raptors Nation YouTube channel, so definitely help us hit that. The Toronto Raptors down 3 starters. Scotty Barnes had an off game offensively, and they still beat the Chicago Bulls. I mean, the Bulls, they got to look at themselves long and hard after this one because they just lost to the shorthanded rebuilding Raptors. The Toronto Raptors get it done, guys. And it was the other guys who stepped up. Yes, no Jakob, like I mentioned. No Emmanuel quickly once again. RJ out as well. And the Raptors getting it done. How about all 5 starters finishing in double figures for this team? Gary Trent Jr. leading the way with 24 points. He was 9 of 15 from the field, 6 of 11 from 3. He had one of his best games of the season. 5 rebounds. He was a plus 12. Dennis Schroeder had 16. Bruce Brown had his best game as a Raptor. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, plus 18. I mean, guys in Bruce Brown and Gary Trent Jr. getting their trade value up in this one, as those guys have been on the rumor mill along with some other Raptors. And then how about Thad Young? You got to give a lot of credit to the veteran Thad Young, putting up an awesome game against his former team. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He was a plus 15, 8 of 13 from the field. Thad Young was phenomenal. Scotty Barnes, like I said, he did struggle offensively. 13 points, only 4 of 14 shooting. Continues to struggle from 3. You hope he can find his 3-point touch again because Barnes has struggled from deep as of late mightily. He did have 4 rebounds, 7 assists, though, and he did have a couple of beautiful dimes late in this game to Thad Young. Barnes did have those 5 turnovers. Again, the turnovers being higher than you would like them to see for Barnes, but he was a plus 10. And then when you look at the bench, Jordan Nwora, my goodness, is this guy looking like a potential steal for the Toronto Raptors, guys? People were quick to say, oh, Nwora, he's just a throwing in this deal, or the Raptors got fleeced by just getting the 3 first-round picks and no players of substance in return. Jordan Nwora has a chance, in my opinion, to be a key second unit piece for this Raptors team. And I'm not just overreacting to his last 2 games, which just so happened to be some really good outings, but you can just tell with the way he's able to shoot it, get to the basket. I think he can be in the Raptors' long-term plans as a bench piece, especially if he can continue to show you some of the things he's been showing you. 17 from off the bench, 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3. Very efficient once again. 2 rebounds, had a block shot, almost had a poster that we would have been talking about for days to come. Got to the foul line on that drive. Jordan Nwora, I love his aggressiveness. I love his ability to be able to catch and shoot and hit shots. I mean, this is a guy who can provide some instant offense, and he has been an instant bucket for the Raptors. A guy who can give you 3-point shooting, and this has been a team that has desperately lacked that. So Jordan Nwora, I'm very impressed from what I've seen from him, and I just hope he can continue this because I really do think Jordan Nwora can be a piece that ends up staying with this Raptors team in their new look era because, he has the tools that can make him a very valuable contributor to this team's second unit. And, he's still young, 25 years old. So I've really liked what I've seen from Nwora, and you just hope he could keep it up because he's been fun to watch. So Jordan Nwora, once again, impressing. Grady Dick had 20 minutes, didn't score. Jontay Porter did exit this game early, only played 5 minutes. So the Raptors were really shorthanded. I mean, they were even missing Jontay Porter, who only logged 5 minutes. And they still, like I said, found a way to win this game. McDaniels had 8. Boucher had 5. The Toronto Raptors shot at 51% from the field. They shot it 48.3% from deep. Their assists were phenomenal in this one. The Raptors once again sharing the rock. 34 assists in this game. They're one more game away if they are able to record 25 or more assists in the next game, they're going to have the record for most consecutive games with 25 plus assists at 30. Right now, they're tied with the Lakers with 29 historically. And points in the paint, 48 to 46. Raptors, they really turned this game up a notch in that third quarter when they busted it wide open, outscoring the Bulls 37 to 26 in the frame. And then the Raptors in the fourth quarter, we got to credit their defense. Their defensive intensity really picked up, and you could tell that they wanted to win this game. Their effort was on point. Guys were making plays. The Bulls went a couple of minutes without scoring. So I know the Bulls were missing some guys too. Zach LaVine, notable name out of the lineup, but this was a game the Bulls had no business losing, and they still sputtered it away because of the Raptors' effort and because of the Raptors fighting as they did not give up in that second half. So, look, we already know the Raptors in a rebuilding era. There's going to be a ton of losses to come, but this is a very admirable effort from them. This is what you want to see, right? We know the Raptors are not going to do, in all likelihood, a ton of winning down the stretch here. You want to see this team at least compete and show you some things, as they've now done in 2 straight games. And you know what? Like, I know this doesn't help the Raptors tank, but the Raptors were due for a win here, especially after that loss against the Hawks. They should have won that game. So this makes up for that. So the Toronto Raptors, they were due for a victory. They get it. And, you know, this was a true testament to the other guys really picking up the slack with the starters being out. And like I said, Scotty not having a good game offensively. So this was nice to see. And you know what? Don't look now, guys, but the rebuilding Raptors, the shorthanded rebuilding Raptors, have been fun to watch now over the last 2. So, like I said, this doesn't help the Raptors tank because the Blazers did lose yesterday. So the Raptors could have made some more ground on them in terms of having the 5th worst record in the league. But the Raptors weren't going to lose this game with how well they were playing in that second half. So you got to give them the win here. They got it. They earned it, 17-30. And yeah, they had Chicago, just a very, very bad loss for them. So the Raptors, they pick up a win here, second game of their 6-game West Coast trip. And the Raptors next will be in action when they take on former Raptor Fred VanVleet in Houston. That's going to be a fun one. You definitely don't want to miss it. And then the Raptors have the Thunder on Sunday. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. Is Lucas signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, stay safe.